Hello everyone, welcome back to Women's Weekly. We are on week 3 in May, and that means this is the final week for any new contenders to have a chance at the bounty for this month, which is 2 tournament wins throughout the course of May. So we have a new team in here who doesn't have a win yet, and some previous contenders, so let's get right into looking at the bracket. So looking at the bracket, we can see our 3 teams here. We've got Flashes of Brilliance that are advancing straight to the finals, as we only have 3 teams. And then on the other side, we have our semifinals with Pulse Clan on one end and SkyRisers Ravens in the other. So let's get right into the game and see what these ladies are doing. Oh goodness me, what did we join in on? It looks like Pulse Clan are already up 3 goals. That is a healthy lead within the first 15 seconds. And hopefully SkyRisers Ravens can stabilize. I know they are a decent team. They usually compete in the WCB as a full roster. So we are seeing 2 full NA rosters going against each other right now. Maggie scoring as I'm still trying to introduce these guys. But of course, on the Pulse Clan side, you've seen these ladies before. We've got Glbbous, Maggie, and Nessa. And then on the other end, the SkyRisers Ravens, we've seen a couple of their players before, but we haven't seen the full team. And it consists of Mia, Ninji, and KazumiDaWolfsky, which right now she just has her name as Kazumi in game. So it's looking like Pulse have a pretty heavy advantage in this matchup so far. And as per usual, everything leading up to the finals is a best of 3, so it is a very short turnaround window if you are going to make a comeback. But I have full faith in anybody who joins these. You know, there are upsets that happen every day in Rocket League. It is not uncommon. But so far, it looks like Pulse are commanding in their presence. They are constantly on offense, as we have seen so far, and they are going to take another goal, making it 5-0 within the first 2 minutes. That's just insane. But just a little bit of a kerfuffle on the defense is going to lead to that one. Now, I do want to say, maybe none of you noticed, but if my face is looking a little bit red, it's because I just got back from a run before I decided to cast this. So apologies for that. But here we see a rare opportunity for Ravens to have the offensive pressure, and it is going to quickly be turned around by Pulse. Now we see a pass out of the corner, missed opportunity on the shot. That means Mia is going to be able to take it out. She is met with a 50-50, and Ninji helps her follow it out into the blue corner. Now we have Pulse pushing out. Kazumi getting the 50, smacking it back down, and that is going to lead Maggie to air dribble it out of defense. She even manages to bump the last defender in the net, and that is going to put the Ravens out of sorts on their defensive line. No worry though, Ninji comes to the rescue. She's going to bat it down to the other end just for it to be turned around to Maggie once again. She gets it over 1, goes to the back wall. Defender misses, and Glbbous purposely puts a shot wide to keep it away from the defenders. Now we have Nessa trying to make a play in the corner. Maggie's going to help her out, even go across and drop it safely down into the middle, but the defenders were wise to that play, and it moves back into the blue half. And we see a long clear down the other end. Ninji misses her catch, and she's going to have to retreat back to the end. Kazumi gets the nice save on the goal line, and the defender of Glbbous has been demoed for her troubles. Now we have Maggie playing it slow out of the corner. She's going to try to bait 1 or 2 defenders out, gets it past 1, moving for the second. Mia gets bumped, and that is an opportunity for Pulse. It is floating over the orange goal line, and no defenders are up. Glbbous is able to put that goal into the net off of the pressure that was created in that counterattack. It looks like Kazumi just jumped a little bit early. She expected that goal to, or the ball to float over the net, and instead it hesitated right by that corner, leaving it free and open for Glbbous to take. Now we have quite a substantial lead, still a couple minutes left. It's looking like this is all but over for Ravens, even though they have plenty of time to come back. It's just a little bit unclean on their end in terms of this game. You know, maybe they'll be able to bring it back in the next one, but so far Pulse are really commanding this lead, getting a 7-0 so far. Excuse me as I take a quick drink. All right. And we see Glbbous passing it back out of the orange corner to Maggie, waiting on the sidewall. She gets over one, catching Ninji off guard. She has to turn around and dive for the save. That's going to leave it open for a shot off the side. Now a long clear. Kazumi's following it down, gets it off the back wall. Ninji's going to follow up with another pot shot. And now it's going to be Nessa coming down the other end. She's got a dribble. She flicks it high over the net. Glbbous almost gets the read on that pre-jump pass, but it is going to remain in midfield play for now. Maggie, long clear down the middle. That is an awkward touch into the corner. Glbbous is not able to get a strong enough pass out into the middle though, and it's going to go back down the other end. Now we have Maggie, soft touch. Kazumi taking the shot away from Ninji, and that is going to force it to remain in play rather than in the back of the net. Final minute in this first game. Are we going to see Ravens pull back, make a statement, and take a goal? Kazumi missing her shot, almost catches Glbbous off guard, but she does manage to connect. Now Mia, shot far into the right. Glbbous is going to manage to flick it out of defense, forcing Ninji to use all of her boost to save that away. Now Pulse trying to do a two-woman play on the job. They do not manage to come away with it this time, but is the pressure too much? Yes. Ravens are going to crumble in the back line once again, making this an 8-0. Nessa going up for the early pop. Glbbous is going for the fake, I guess. Maybe she was going for the slight redirect on net, but Nessa is going to take that all the way herself and make it an 8-0 in this first game. Now, I can't remember how high of scorelines you've seen before, but this definitely has to contend for one that is up there. And we're going to see if possibly Ravens, can they get a goal out of this? That was a good opportunity, but Mia ran out of boost when she was up in the air. Now we're going to have two Pulse clan members moving forward. Nessa following up on that, and Maggie is going to tip it in for a 9th. This is quite a beatdown in the first game. What do Ravens have to say as a counter in game number 2? They have one more shot to bring this back and possibly take this series. Otherwise, it's going to be Pulse Clan, our previous champions in week number 1, taking the series. Game number 2, we come to Champions Field. Are we going to see Pulse Clan move on from this game into the finals, or can SkyRisers Ravens take a game off of this solid team? It looks like that was a very good opportunity off the start, and we are going to get the follow-up from Mia. I believe she has changed cars, so maybe she is changing her luck. Kazumi getting a glancing blow out into the corner. Mia follows up quickly and gets a nice bottom left shot into the net. That is going to be an early lead for SkyRisers Ravens. I hope I'm saying their name right. I believe I'm saying their name right, but let me check just one more time. Yeah, SkyRisers Ravens. Okay. We don't want to call it wrong, because I think I did that on another broadcast and it was quite embarrassing. But Nessa fighting back, going the other direction. She is going to outplay the whole team herself, getting it past one, the second, and then dunking Mia off of her touch into the corner to take a 1-1 scoreline. Now there's a lot of goals happening fast in this second game. Maybe, just maybe, more of them will be in favor of SkyRisers Ravens, and they will keep this scoreline closer than the previous at 9-0. Now we have Nessa, high pop. It gets two defenders to jump for it, but Ninji is going to be able to hand it swimmingly out of the back corner. Kazumi helping her with the follow-up, but she is dunked by Maggie, and that is a loose ball in front of the net. It is cleared away by Ninji. Now we have Glbbous putting one into the corner, baits Ninji out, so she goes to the back wall, possibly low on boost, and that is going to be a hard shot into the top right corner from Nessa, taking her second in game number 2 off of Glbbous' pass. Now that is just a quick response time right there. Pulse working well together. You gotta imagine their comms are on point right now. They've had a lot of experience together, and they have moved decently far into the women's carball brackets in the previous regional. Now we just had that last weekend. What a great save from Ninji. That was beautiful on the goal line. I swear that ball was half in the net, but we are going to return to Pulse possession and the midfield. We have a demo on the back line, leaving Maggie free to get a flick up into the top shelf of the net. Ravens almost got up there. You could see one player diving in. It looks like it was possibly Mia, and she almost got that save. Just a glancing blow, a little bit faster on that, and she would have been able to push it away, but that is going to go in for a 3-1. Mia up quickly. She tries to put it into the corner. Glbbous is going to take her time, moving it out onto the orange half of the field. Now we see a quick follow-up from Pulse. Both Ravens dive for it, and that goes slowly away to Nessa on the wall. Now it's going to be a glancing blow from Maggie. You have Glbbous as last back with Kazumi putting a shot on net. Ninji almost gets that upfield shot, and that is going to go off the back wall. Now Maggie flipping it past one. She outplays the final player, but Ninji is going to be able to work with Kazumi's demo on the push. That's going to be another chip shot past. That is free for Glbbous, and she is there to sink a fourth for Pulse Clan, taking yet another commanding lead in game number 2, as they did in the previous one. Now it looks like SkyRisers Ravens, they're doing decently good. You know, they've got pretty good stamina in terms of very bad time for me to say this. I probably cast or cursed them, but as Pulse Clan put in yet another goal. This time it is a kickoff mishap, but in terms of the overall balance of the two teams, it looks like Pulse definitely have the mechanical edge. They have a little bit cleaner rotations, and it really seems like the difference maker is that sometimes SkyRisers Ravens cannot get the follow-up touches that they want to. And that is actually evidenced in this play, as it looks like Ninji wanted to take the shot. It was offline. Even though she beat Maggie, she needed Mia to come in and clean up the rest of that play to take a second for her team. But as long as they go back and they clean up a few of those, you know, have their cleanoffs be a little bit, or their takeoffs be a little bit cleaner, and, you know, any of their touches contain a bit more power, I feel like this team could really start to look really good. They have the chemistry there to work together. It would take a little bit of work on the individuals' parts to match up a little bit easier against this Pulse Clan. That said, we have Glbbous and Maggie tag teaming it into the top right of the net. It looks like they went up for a good play. That was an unfortunate pass from Mia, and that is going to be Maggie and Glbbous pinching it into the top right corner to take their 6th. They were very confident with that play working out in their favor, and they were rewarded for that behavior. Now we're going to have a quick shot from Glbbous. Kazumi is going to try to defend it in the corner, but it's going to leave it to Ninji out into the midfield. Now it was a slight giveaway of possession there. She could have kept on to that ball and, you know, probably taken it out in a dribble, but so far we are going to see Kazumi with a soft shot into the goal line. Nessa, quick counter, forcing Mia to pop it over the top of the net. Ninji follows up with her save, and that is a good keep of possession down the left wall. Now Ninji diving in for position in the midfield. She's waiting for a pass. Kazumi's trying to get it to her, and Nessa tipping out past one. That is a shot for Ninji, and beautiful bottom left corner shot that had just the right amount of power. Great placement. Mia getting in there for the 50, baiting out 2 Pulse defenders. That was a very good play from this Ravens squad, and they are picking up momentum. Like I said, they just got to clean up their play a little bit more, you know, try to, you know, cut back on the double commits and defense, and it will do them a lot of good. They have 1 minute and 30 left to bring it back in the second game. Otherwise, Pulse Clan are going to move into the finals against Flashes of Brilliance, who are waiting for them there. For now, though, there is still time left on the clock, and that means Ravens have a chance to do anything. That is going to be a good opportunity for them, as most of the Pulse Clan members are upfield waiting for their turn to push on offense. And so far, Ravens are surviving the onslaught and keeping the ball out of their nets. It's going to be a long clear down to the other end. Nessa's going to pop it to Maggie in the front. That pass was a little bit fast for her, and now this is an opportunity. Ravens just have to put it on target, and Kazumi with the very nice pop shot is gonna get it another goal. We are within 2 for SkyRisers Ravens. It looks like Pulse Clan are just getting a little bit careless on their pushes, putting all 3 of their players upfield before they have a chance for their third to rotate back around and out of the play, and that is gonna cost them in this one. Kickoff going in favor of Pulse is going to force a save out of Ninji as she dives across the net to get a touch. Now that is 2 Ravens up for the play again. Ninji going ahead, trying to get a physical play on the last defenders, but Maggie, safe as you like, is going to take it off the back wall. Nessa gets a pop out into the middle. Maggie was there to receive the pass, but it is going to be saved away. Now we have a breakaway on the other end. It is slowed down as Ninji missed the bounce on the wall. And Maggie getting a demo on Mia as she was upfield. Now that is an opening. Kazumi almost getting the shot. I think that was their last opportunity. SkyRisers Ravens got to score right here if they want a chance. And Ninji, she is going to be able to sink that back into the bottom left corner. It looks like she favors that side, and, you know, good for her. That is wonderful placement. At SkyRisers Ravens, they have a chance, albeit a small one, because the kickoffs haven't went in their favor so far, but they have a chance to bring this to even and possibly go into overtime. Now it looks like Ninji quick off the play, but that is going to be grounded, and Pulse move on a quick 2-0 versus SkyRisers Ravens. If it was a longer series, I think they might have been able to bring it back even more, but so far we have Pulse moving on into the finals. Thank you so much to SkyRisers Ravens for participating. Big shout out to all those players, and we are going to move into the next set of games. Game number 1 in our finals of a potential 5. This best of 5 will determine if Pulse are going to secure the bounty for this month, meaning each player earns $50 for having earned 2 tournament wins throughout the month of May, or are Flashes of Brilliance going to hold them at bay and give themselves a chance at the bounty coming into the final week. Now, these teams are pretty evenly matched skill-wise. If a WCB is anything to go off of, it looks like we had a little physical play between the 2 players. Nessa remains still in the back line, and Glbbous is going to be forced to save it. Now, it looks like possibly maybe dakri broke a rule 1. I'm not sure why Nessa is not moving. Oh, I don't have any of my chats on. Hold on. Let me turn these back on. I didn't know that they weren't on. Chat with everyone. Chat with everyone. There we go. Okay. And then hold. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. It looks like possibly Nessa just had some quick internet issues, or she's still not moving, I don't think. So I don't know what's going on, but it looks like Flashes of Brilliance are going to continue to play on. Let's check the ping, see if she's having anything like that. Nope. It looks like she's doing decently in that regard. But this Flashes of Brilliance squad, so previously they were known as the Mosquitoes. They got signed by Flashes of Brilliance, and now they are competing under that name. So we have SecretSlender, as we're seeing right now, MV1, who was previously Demon Mara. From now on, I will be saying her new name, but I just wanted to connect the dots in case any of you guys have watched the previous Women's Weekly and would know of her. And then the final member is dakri, although she is currently having her screen name as Claudia right now. So a lot of name changes here, leave it a little bit more confusing, but so far we are going to have FOB taking the lead off of the Nessa, still play. I don't know what was going on. Her teammate said she was fine, so we play on. I don't have any say in these games. I specifically run it via the tournament, so it's a little bit easier on me. I can just focus on casting and, making sure you guys enjoy these games. But the players need to admin themselves. The game stops for no one, and they must play on. But it looks like Pulse have managed to make a good recovery so far. Maggie's going to try to get a pass out into the middle to a receiving Nessa, and that is going to go high over the net. Pop high once again. And dakri gets a save on it, and that is going to go once again to the wall. Maggie, 0 boost. She can't contest that shot, and an MV1 is going to clear it down to Glbbous. Nessa up early, tries to get the downfield pass, but Glbbous does not have any boost to receive it. Maggie with a high pop over the net. MV1 trying to get the double, but her initial touch did not allow that. and it is going to go back into the blue corner. Now we have a dangerous play over the net. It's going to go back into the corner for Slender to pop out. Pulse remaining with the pressure on the blue half. Finally, dakri is going to break out, and that's going to go all the way down to Nessa on the other end. Now, quick shot on net. It was just barely wide, and that is going to be dakri receiving it back on the opposite wall. Now, Pulse, quick 1-2 follow-up to get it out into the blue half. MV1 misreading the corner bounce. She is going to get a touch on it, but her teammate helped her out. Now we have a demo on the net. Maggie trying to get the tight angle shot, but she was not able to sink it. And that is going to be play out to the middle again. Oh, Nessa going for the fake, but dakri is able to defend it as we return to midfield play. Now it is a breakaway, 4 flashes of brilliance, and MV1 getting the follow-up touch. She is going to be able to sink a second. That is a 2-0 scoreline in this game number 1. Just a quick counter from FOB, and they are able to double their lead. Pulse, you gotta imagine the stillness. I don't know what reason there was for it, and we are gonna see yet another goal. Unfortunate kickoff situation. Let's try to see what happened here. Kind of curious. Looks like 2 players went, and there was just a miscommunication. Neither of them connected with the ball, and that is going to be a free goal. Oh no. Glbbous saying I opened Spectrum instead of Spotify. I don't know what that means, why she has like her internet page open, but that is certainly not the same as the music player Spotify. But Pulse, it's looking like within the final minute, they're going to have to work really hard to try to take this game back. And so far, they do not have the offensive pressure patched together to do so. It's going to be an opportunity, but dakri, they're quick with the read out of defense. It's going to go as far as the midfield to be turned back around. Now dakri, catch on the wall. MV1 putting a quick shot on net, but it is contested by a Pulse defender. Now it is a pop out into the middle by Maggie. Slender trying to get pass over to dakri. It looks like that was not communicated, so it's just going to go into empty space. dakri stopping that at the box. Now Glbbous, high pop onto the wall. Maggie getting pass out back into the middle. Oh, that almost dropped in. That was almost a perfect corner shot, but it is not successful for the Pulse push. That was a high pop. The read on the backboard is there. Nessa trying to get a last-minute goal for her team. She doesn't get a strong enough touch for Glbbous to be able to come out and make a play on it. And that is going to be said and done for this first game. Flashes of Brilliance taking game number 1 in the best of 5 series for the finals. Game number 2 brings us to Utopia Coliseum. Pulse down 0-1 in the series. Flashes of Brilliance taking the advantage after the first game. Our Pulse going to be able to bring this back and give themselves a shot at securing the $50 bounty for each player this week. Now, this is the second to last week in May, so if Flashes of Brilliance want to have a chance at the $50 themselves, they are going to have to take a win here to be in contention for it. We've already got 6 players on the list that currently have a shot at it at 1 win each, and that is Pulse Clan, consisting of Maggie, Glbbous, and Nessa, and then Sapphire from last week with ashleigh, Jules, and Jade. Now, Sapphire are not competing this week. This gives Pulse a massive advantage to take 3 of those 4 $50 slots, but Flashes of Brilliance are really putting it to them to try to get their first win instead and possibly take it next week. This might be a 3-horse race by the end of it, and what an exciting storyline that would be. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of would prefer to see that instead of to see Pulse win here. I'm a little bit of a sucker for a great last-minute play. You know, if it is not including me and my team, of course. I like to secure the win early if it's my team. But for these ladies, I think it just makes for, you know, a higher stakes gameplay, and who doesn't love that? You know, it's like watching RLCS on Championship Sunday. It just means a little bit more than Friday. But getting back into the games, Flashes of Brilliance, early lead in this game number 2, and Pulse are going to be fighting back in the midfield to try to contend it. dakri running out of boost, to get the second touch on that for the pass. That's going to lead to Pulse possession down into the blue half. Now quick pass out into the middle. It was almost connected, but dakri defending brilliantly, and that is going to be a quick counter down the other end. SecretSlender taking her goal off of dakri's pass. That was just a high pop down the field, and there were no Pulse defenders to be seen. It looks like they pushed up a little bit far on the offensive play and were not able to make it back in time because of the quick defense from flashes of brilliance. Now we have Glbbous trying to move back down on the other end. She's getting harassed by the other team, and now she has even bumped her own teammate Maggie. She's going to try to take it slowly in the middle. Slender contesting that. MV1 up early for the doink. It is going to float down to Maggie to take away to the back wall. She's going for the tight angle shot. Nessa up early to keep possession of that play, and Maggie passing it back out to Glbbous. That is a diving save from dakri, great off the back wall, but she has no boost to follow up with. Slow play leads to it coming out of the blue corner. Nessa is going to wait for the misses. Glbbous getting a demo on the last defender, and that leaves it free and clear for Nessa to walk into the net. Slender just sitting a little bit flat-footed. She gets called out, faked off the play. Nessa playing it under her instead of going for a quick shot, and that is a brilliant bit of strategy from Pulse Clan to take their first goal. An even kickoff in the middle. dakri up quickly, moves into the orange half, but only as far as Glbbous and Maggie. Now we see it moving the other way. Maggie trying to get a pass out to the center. It does connect, but Glbbous was pushed a little bit far up, and Maggie's going to leave it for Nessa. Now pinch going hard off of the back wall. Slender awkward as she waited to try to grab the boost instead of making a play. That's going to be a slow shot on net, easily saved from Maggie. And we see FOB on defense once again against Pulse. Turnover of play. FOB have a chance on net. Maggie's going to get the flick to clear it out. Even bumps Slender in the midfield, pushing the ball back towards the net. dakri's going to have to get a save on that. That pops off the sidewall for MV1 to shepherd away into the orange corner. Now Glbbous. One touch. Past one defender. That is going to be Maggie following up on it, taking a 50 with Slender, and Nessa diving in to get the dunk on FOB. Another physical play attempted in the back line. Maggie's going to get a pass out into the middle. She even causes a little bit more chaos, but Glbbous does not have enough boost to get up for it. Now Maggie, she's going to keep it on the sidewall. She's going to go upfield for a possible pass, but it is not going to connect with her. MV1 taking it slow. She gets the air dribble up into it. She gets a flip reset over one that goes off the post, and that is going to be an easy save from Maggie, keeping possession to her teammate Nessa. Glbbous on the back line, clears it all the way out. Maggie getting another touch just to stall for time as her teammates get into position. MV1 taking it. dakri is going to take it right off of her head and move it into the orange corner. Now there's a pass out into the middle. Maggie going for a dribble. She's going to flick it over one. MV1 is able to save it though. That's a high pop from Glbbous. It almost catches the defenders out. MV1 is getting messed up in net, but Slender is there to clear it away. Now this is a chance for FOB down the other end. dakri going up quickly with the air dribble, trying to get the tight angle double tap, but comes away unsuccessful. That's a long clear from Slender. There's a little bit of physical play on the back line as MV1 stayed up to put pressure on the Pulse Clan squad. Now a free ball in the back corner. Maggie gonna try to play it quickly down the other end. She goes for a pop past one. That is on target. Nessa with a chance. Oh, the demo, it almost works. If that was just, if there were any seconds left on the clock, or if that was hit a little bit more powerful, that would have went in. But Flashes of Brilliance are going to take the second game, meaning they have moved to match point in the series. Pulse Clan must take all three of the next games to be able to take the win. Game number 3, FOB have a huge advantage in these finals to secure themselves their first win for the month of May and put each of their players in contention for the $50 bounty of 2 tournament wins. MV1, she's gonna get a high pop to the back wall. Maggie saves it away, but it returns. Dakri going for a quick shot on net is gonna move to the other end of the field, and MV1 is forced to make the save. Now we have Maggie slow in the back corner. She gets past one, a diving Dakri. MV1 is going to follow up on it, but only so far as Glbbous out of the orange corner. That's going to be a quick shot on net, forces both of the Pulse defenders up. Glbbous is going to get back to save it away into the corner. Now Dakri going for a demo. She gets Nessa on the back line and even bumps Glbbous. That is going to put the players out of position here, but FOB spread a little bit too thin to be able to capitalize on that play. Another demo in the back line. Dakri's really, you know, hunting for blood in the water here, and she's going to keep leading the Pulse players off the field if they do not shape up with their rotations. Now we have a Pulse possession down the other end. Dakri's going to get the breakaway, forcing Nessa to make a touch early off of the sidewall. That's a little bit awkward for Maggie, but she does manage to get up for the save, and Dakri pass back out to the middle. Only received by Glbbous as she puts it back towards the blue half. Now Glbbous, fast shot on net. She gets to 50 and is going to bounce back out into the middle. MV1 is up early for the contest. Maggie trying to flick it out of defense. Dakri does manage to get the dunk on it and even mess up MV1 on her way back to the net. It is an opportunity for a bottom corner shot, but it is saved away by MV1. Now backwards in the corner, Dakri called out on her mispositioning. Maggie's going to pop it past one. She cannot get the readjustment to get the touch though, and Slender, another demo on the Pulse Clan ladies. They're really under a lot of pressure right now. FOB putting it to them. That's going to be a slight touch from Dakri that almost went online, but Nessa easily able to make the save. And she is going to get a counter down the other end. Beautiful fortitude from the Pulse Clan ladies. They managed to survive long enough to get a breakaway, and Nessa is going to call MV1 out on her challenge, getting the bottom left corner shot. This beautiful flick to respond to all that pressure from FOB. High pop in the middle. Slender and Glbbous up to it quick. It's going to force a lot of boost out of the Pulse defender, and Maggie missing her touch on the back line is going to mean that Pulse are under pressure again on their half. FOB spread a little bit thin. That's going to be a pop up top. Maggie getting another one, and Glbbous getting another one off the bar. Oh man, you had to imagine one of those needed to go in eventually, and it is going to go back down the other end. We see continued midfield play from these two teams. Slender trying to pop it past one, but Nessa is going to get the quick intercept and force MV1 up for the save. Now demo on the back line from Pulse means that it has moved into the back blue corner. MV1, quick shot on net, forcing Maggie for the save out into the orange corner. And Glbbous easily getting a pop out into the middle. More demos all around the pitch. It looks like from both sides of the field. We're just seeing a lot of physical play right now as MV1 demos Nessa on her way back into rotation. That's going to force Pulse to make a challenge in front of their net. Now Maggie getting a dunk. It goes up to the top left corner. Nessa trying to get a pop out into the other side, but her teammates were not there to connect with it. Maggie going fast. She's going to get the demo on the back wall on MV1, but both Dakri and Slender were there to follow up on the touch. Now it's a fast clear out from MV1. Only goes as far as Maggie as she controls it back into the center once again to be cleared out by Slender. Nessa, she's going to need some assistance. Maggie pops it up. Slender up early for the touch, and Dakri is going to assist her down the other end. Maggie out to the corner. She gets the read on Slender's touch and dunks her, meaning Nessa can move over. What in the world are these demos? I can't even... we should have a demo counter up here because it's just how many have gone on in this game alone. It's insane to see. Glbbous making a save. Final 30 seconds of the game means that Flashes of Brilliance have to make a play immediately or Pulse might take this game. Glbbous, she's slow out of the corner. MV1 makes her touch. FOB player was bumped who was going to receive the pass. Now Nessa gets a past one. She's going to retreat as she does have zero boost. and a demo in the midfield means it's called out. Nessa back for the save. There's one more opportunity on net. Maggie makes the glancing blow, and that is going to be go high for a chance. Once again, FOB trying to keep the ball up on 0 seconds. They still have a chance. It's only a 1 goal difference, but it is going to be put down to the ground by the Pulse ladies. They take 1 game back in this best of 5 series, giving themselves a chance at the title. Game number 4, Utopia Coliseum. I can say map names. And we see Pulse Clan bringing themselves back within 1 in this series. FOB remaining on match point, and that is going to be an early goal for Pulse as the demo opens up the way on the opportunity. Nessa going up early and just absolutely deleting MV1 in the net, which is kind of funny because we were talking about how many demos there were when we were in the lobby screen, and MV1 said, "You ain't seen nothing yet." And I would have to agree with her. It also seems that she hadn't seen anything yet as Pulse Clan deleted her from the field. Now we're going to see continued physical plays as dakri tries to clear that out into the other half. Everyone has an opportunity on net, and she is able to counter and take the first one for FOB in game number 4. Great 50 against the defender there, and quick shots, meaning Maggie does not get up for the save in time in net. Both these teams are really bringing it to each other with the physical plays, whether it be bumps or demos, and that is going to come to a breaking point. You have to imagine we're going to see a few goals leak from it. It's just a matter of who it will be. Great pass out into the center, and Maggie getting a, oh my goodness, the placement on that. I can't even speak. Like, Nessa coming back from her rotation just absolutely spikes it on to Maggie's nose, and she is able to continue that power into the left side of the net. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at calling that. That was a beautiful play, but I am just all tongue-tied from how fast that developed. Now we have FOB pressure early off of the kickoff. Maggie is going to play it slow in the corner to try to give her teammate time to get some boost. That is going to be a dunk right in front of the net. Nessa pre-jump save, but that is going to be free as the final Pulse defender was out trying to get the corner boost. You know, went out of the rotation, and Nessa not able to recover in time to stop MV1's shot. It is 2-all in this game. Wonderful plays from the ladies on both sides of the pitch. These teams are really evenly matched here, and it looks like we might even go the distance. Maggie, early pop. MV1 has to get up for the save, and Nessa is going to follow up. Slender bumping MV1 into that touch, and she is going to fake the Pulse defender off of the ball. MV1 going all the way to the ceiling and back down. It's just going to be cleared away by Nessa into the other half. She gets an early shot. Maggie was waiting there for the pass, and she is going to get it past 2 of the defenders trying for a tight angle shot, and Glbbous is going to be able to dunk it in off of the last defender to take their third. Maggie, great outplay there. Nessa getting it back quickly into the middle. If she shot that any narrower, it would have bounced way back into the middle. So wonderful placement by Nessa. Even though she didn't get into the goal, it was a wonderful pass to retain the possession and the pressure on net. MV1 going for the reset. She might not have got her flip as she had to go all the way back to the ground, and that is going to leave it free for dakri to make a pass out into the middle. Nessa up there again for an early play down the other way. Nothing is going to result of it for now, but we love to see them taking those opportunities to try to call FOB out on their rotations. Nessa, she's going to take it slowly out of the corner, catching that. She gets it past 1. dakri is able to stop it, and Nessa putting pressure on the last defender in net. Maggie just has to put a powerful shot on target, and that goes in for a 4th. It looks like Pulse Clan are really fighting back in these previous 2 games to try to remain alive in this final series. Man, the competition in these is just way too good. You know, we're seeing some great levels of play here. and it's beautiful to see it weekly. I love the frequency of this. You know, it provides me, you know, more chances than usual to see great plays, and that is another beautiful passing play from the ladies in orange. Maggie taking it slowly, pinches it out past one defender, and Nessa is there for the quick shot on net. MV1 pushed a little bit too far out, and that is going to be 5-2 in Pulse Clan's favor. What are FOB gonna do to fight back? The momentum has thoroughly swung in FOB's, or in Pulse Clan's direction, and FOB so far not having an answer in the series. Dakri early for the save. Glbbous misses her touch on net, and that is going to be wide shot from Maggie, forcing Nessa to play safe in the back line. Now MV1 going for the musty shot. She does not connect, no power there, and it is going to return to Pulse possession. Maggie now, the one alone in the back line. She's getting harassed by Slender, but Dakri missing her passing opportunity. Maggie was going to miss her touch anyways, but she had Glbbous right behind her to follow it up. Slender up early on the wall. She forces Nessa to go high with the play, and Glbbous is going to get a 50-50 on that. Maggie clear all the way down to the other end. Glbbous does not have any boost to be able to receive the pass, and that means the Slender is going to be able to take it back out into the center. Double demo. 2 players deleted from the field is going to stall play for a couple seconds as we get back into regular 3v3 rotation. And now what? What was that? Where did the defenders go? You know, all of a sudden, they just weren't there. Glbbous getting a pop, and oh, it looks like Nessa was under physical pressure, and she could not recover in time to get the save. Maggie all the way out into the corner, presumably waiting for boost, and she could not assist her teammates. Glbbous, high pop into the middle. MV1 comes away successful. That's going to leave Maggie alone in the back line. There's a free ball floating high over the box, and Slender is going to get a pass out to the corner. Now Dakri, quick follow-up. She's going to steal the boost and keep Pulse under pressure. Woo! Glbbous had to drive through for that save. We see another demo, this time in Pulse Clan's favor, and that is going to mean the play goes back into the middle. Woo! Hard shot on net, saved away from Nessa. Now Glbbous, quick pop over the last defender. Slender getting a follow-up touch on it, and that is going to be Dakri putting it into the corner. MV1 with the pinch out of defense. She does not have any boost to work with, so that was her best play for the moment, but it certainly gives away possession once again to Pulse Clan. Dakri is going to follow up quick. They have to get 2 goals within the span of the last 5 seconds, which seems pretty much impossible, even though there was a double demo against the Pulse Clan, and we are going to see this go to Game 5, everybody. 2-2 in the series. These teams are going to duke it out in the final game to see who comes away victorious for this week. Game number 5, we find ourselves on Urban Central to settle this. Who is going to come away victorious? Will it be Flashes of Brilliance or Pulse Clan? And it looks like maybe we have a player that is still off the start, but Glbbous is back in play. Pulse having a disadvantage for the first few seconds, but they are able to make the pressure play on to the FOB end. Nessa intercepts in the middle. She's going to try to get a pass out. Maggie has to back off of that, and Slender is going to clear all the way down to the midfield. Maggie's up early, tries to get the tight angle double tap, but is unsuccessful on this push. Now Dakri, intercept in the midfield. It's going to go as far as Maggie. She gets 1 touch, goes for the pinch, gets it under 1. MV1 is there to save it away though. Now pass out into the center. It looks like Glbbous has made a card change, which I don't know why you would do that. They were winning the past 2 games. In terms of placebo, I assume you keep the same car if you are taking the W's, but you know, who am I? I am just one player among many who has different habits than the rest of us. But Pulse, Glbbous even, is going to show me why the Jaeger is successful in this game number 5 and is going to secure them the win. Quick pass from Nessa off the back wall, calling the defenders out, and Glbbous quick with the follow-up shot. Even ball in the middle. Nessa is going to be there to follow up on it, and Slender taking off the back wall. Quick pop down into the ground. She might have been low on boost, and that is going to be Glbbous putting it high onto the back wall. Now another pop. Nessa trying again, goes for a shot on net, but there are two FOB defenders there to easily save it away. MV1, long clear off the back wall. Glbbous is going to collect it on the side wall, but she gets bumped for her troubles, leaving dakri free to take it. Nessa contesting that. Two FOB defenders are going to get that, and even a demo on the back line. Nessa is there in time for the save. Beautiful recovery from the Pulse clan, but it looks like MV1 is going to demo Glbbous. Now we have play returning the other way. dakri going for the flick, but she is dunked by Glbbous. Moving back into the blue half. Now two Pulse members missing their touches, leaving it relatively clear. She's getting harassed in the back. Nessa able to make it back in time, and FOB still remains scoreless. They've had plenty of opportunities here off of their physical plays and have not been able to capitalize off of any of them. Now you gotta imagine they might be getting a little bit frustrated with this, and you tend to see more mistakes come out when a team starts to play desperate to take their goal. They're only down one with half of the game remaining, so they have plenty of time to come back in this and secure this series. Otherwise, they will be reverse swept by Pulse Clan along top of losing their bounty. And Glbbous, nice cut on the play. She is going to beat out the last defender, and it looks like maybe there was a rule 1 broken by FOB, so it is possible they deserve this loss of a goal. Pulse Clan going up 2-0 in the final game to take the tournament win for week 3 of the month of May. Now that is going to be an outplay. MV1 has to get back in time to save it away. Slender trying to keep possession, moving down the other half. She gets a flick over one. She's going to try to follow up with a play, steals the boost in the corner, and dakri is going to get a pass out into the middle. Nessa is able to clear it off the back wall. Glbbous going ahead for the physical play. She does not connect with any of the players, and that means that FOB is going to have possession in the orange corner. dakri going for a pass out into the middle, only goes to the opposite end of the net to be taken away by Glbbous. 50-50 from FOB. Pass out from the corner. MV1 misses her touch, and now dakri has an opportunity on the net. She is not going to be contested as the play was misread on the defensive end, and that moves all the way back into the blue half. It looks like the FOB have lost all of their momentum in this play, and they have to reset back to midfield play. Maggie going for a quick pop. She gets it past the final player, and Pulse Clan have put themselves up 3-0 in this final game with just over a minute remaining. dakri tried to go for the in and out save, and Maggie, reading that, put it to the opposite side of the net. Now this is going to be an uphill battle for FOB. If they do not want to get swept, they need to pick up the pace and score a couple goals in this final minute. Another physical play that is going to go high off the net, meaning Slender is not able to make the save. dakri a little bit quick to turn on that defensively, but she is going to get the block and take the 50-50. MV1 high pop. Nessa is up for it early, keeping it on the left side of the field. dakri, her touch did not go the way she wanted, and Slender is going to clear it upfield. Now it looks like Maggie being harassed in net. She does escape from the play and is able to move it down the other end. She steals the boost away. Glbbous misses her touch. MV1 getting a shot out into the middle. Nessa is already back to make the save. Pop it up high, get a reset, and Glbbous is there. What? Maggie saying soup? I wonder if maybe that means stop? I don't know, but it looks like Pulse Clan are gonna be your winners. They have secured themselves $50 each by taking their second tournament win in the month of May. FOB getting reverse swept in this finals. MV1 putting in a final goal on 0 seconds is not gonna matter. Pulse Clan securing their victory after such a close match between these two teams. Huge congratulations to them, and they are going to get all sorted out with their $50 for each player for the month of May. All right, that is going to do it for this one. We had a great quality of gameplay this week. Wonderful close games between all of the teams. Thank you to all of the players, and huge congrats to Pulse Clan, Maggie, Nessa, and Glbbous for securing their $50 bounties for the month of May for taking their second tournament win. Now, that means that we have 2 bounties remaining, the 4th $50 prize for 2 tournament wins, and the hidden bounty that if any player manages to discover and complete during these tournaments, they will also secure $50. So good luck to everybody on finding that, but that is going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.